Fans, we are just a few minutes away from amateur wrestler Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling. But before we get going with our main card tonight, the following contest is a fatal four-way tag team match scheduled for one fall.
Hello and welcome to the buy-in of Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling. Eamon Payton to my right, Toddy Tondera returning to the headset.
Introducing first, accompanied by their pledge, Mickey Morris. Fighting out of CCAC's Auxiliary Gymnasium, the team of number 1, standing at 6 feet 4 inches tall, Dev Swayze. And number 69, Big Jim Fridge, the Department of Jocks.
Well, Toddy, this is a new era for 880 Wrestling.
Yeah, it's a new era. I finally have my old job back because of the new Reese Hayes era. I've been doing a bunch of different things, but I'm happy to be with you. I'm happy to be here for the buy-in. We got a lot of bodies in this opening. And, of course, 6'4", let's be honest here, Dev Swayze, taking some heat from our audience.
We are big aficionados in terms of weight classes, height classes here in 880 Wrestling.
Their opponents, first, from upstate South Carolina, AA Avalanche Adams. And his tag team partner from parts unknown, the fireman, Luca.
Well, we talk about the tag team division and how much it's been heating up as much as the shop has been heating up. Both of those are very hot. Now, the first time they've ever teamed together, Luca and Avalanche Adams, everybody's trying to climb those tag team championship rankings. And for this buy-in match, we have a fine example of what the tag teams at 880 Wrestling look like here. Of course, we're talking about the tag team titles. The Matriarchy will be joining us a little bit later on, defending those 880 championships against Junie Underwood and Mateo Valentine.
That is going to be quite the matchup, and I got to say, folks, you're not going to want to miss it on the main card tonight over at IndieWrestling.us.
Their opponents from all across the galaxy, weighing in at 1 Imperial Truth, the team of Johnny Demise and Brohemoth, the Emperor's finest, Deathwatch.
Deathwatch, I gotta tell you, they're my favorite to win this. They bring an integrity and energy to the 880 Wrestling ring. Brohemoth and his protege, Johnny Demise. And you hear the reaction that Deathwatch gets here at the shop.
A great ovation from this audience, and Deathwatch definitely putting on watch Department of Jocks as over their recent history, particularly from Dev Swayze, who has made it a point to stick his nose in the crawl of Brohemoth and JFD. But we're about to get creepy with our final entrant in this matchup.
Doing a little dancing here in the back.
And their opponents
for the night.
From New Orleans, Louisiana, the team of Gage A. Styles, Irving West, and the incredible Day Hulk, Andy Ripley. They can't really exist either politically or socially. It's Creeps.
It is hard to not get down and boogie a little bit to one of the arguably the best entrance themes in all of professional wrestling.
Let's see if we get the hook. We did.
Andy Ripley, Irv West. They can't really exist politically or socially, but they are here to compete in this four-way pre-show matchup, looking to make their way back up in the ranks in the tag team division.
Yeah, they had an opportunity with the Matriarchy not too long ago. Unfortunately, they weren't successful there, Eamon, but maybe if they're successful in this opening buy-in contest, that could raise them up the ranks. We talk about Reese Hayes' ranking system all the time. Now, if that's indeed real, I mean, a win here could propel you.
Undoubtedly, as Andy Ripley starting things off with Luca in this four-way tag team matchup. You got to imagine a lot of chaos when you've got 8 very different competitors in the ring.
Hugely different. That's a great point. And of course, at 8 p.m. here, we'll start our official IndieWrestling.us broadcast of Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling. Casey War, Nick Wild for the 880 championship. We talked about before the matriarchy defending the 880 tag team titles against Junie Underwood, Mateo Valentine. Reese Hayes steps up to the standard of hardcore wrestling in Pittsburgh. Brandon St. James for the hardcore championship. That and so much more.
Absolutely. That's going to be a matchup where we talk about, this new era under amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. That, I think, could really be a deciding point into what the new 880 wrestling be.
Of course, C.R.E.E.P.S have not only popular here in the Pittsburgh area, but they travel up and down the coast. In fact, all coasts here. And you want to talk about a team who's coalesced together for quite some time. If you want to talk about who's been together the longest, you got to think of C.R.E.E.P.S in this competition.
Ooh, duck of a shot there by Ripley.
Oh, they're going to keep on going. They're trying to put out that fireman, right?
Tiring out the fireman now, Luca. Oh, and giving Avalanche got of Ripley, but no, grabbing the leg. Oh, and Irv coming in with a vicious knee strike.
Well, wasn't that interesting? El Luca was the legal competitor in the ring, but Andy Ripley took it to Avalanche Adams on the outside. Now Av is in the match now.
And now Ripley going to return the favor, glancing blow there, but enough to clip Adams.
I think clipped him on the eye here. Now we know that Irv West, Gage A. Styles, is trained with Taka Michinoku. And, it's like a fisherman suplex there. The perfect persuasion, but Big Jim Fridge is in there. Let's talk a little bit about Big Jim Fridge. I mean, he's athletic. He has a bunch of energy. I mean, not a lot of people here at the shop love Big Jim Fridge, but Big Jim Fridge has been putting in the work. I mean, even 6'4", Dev Swayze has been putting in the work before under the tutelage, of course, of Dior Castro.
Undoubtedly, a lot of talent in the department of Jocks. There's no question in regards to that. Attitude and focus is really the difference maker, though, when it comes to DOJ. You mentioned Big Jim Fridge. Came very close with the odds stacked against them in that instant opportunity recently on Thursday Night Fights with some guy named John, who will have another opportunity tonight.
Posterized is Irving West by Dev Swayze here. Now Fridge is tagged in, of course. Mickey Morris, the pledge of the Department of Jocks on the outside. Double elbow there, and on top elbow driving down to the chest of Irving West here.
Taking their skilled great cover.
Just a 2 count. And of course, as we mentioned before, 8 p.m. right here, IndieWrestling.us. Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling.
And what a main event we got on that card for the 880 championship. Former allies, former friends.
Former training partners.
Turned bitter enemies. Nick Wild, the new 880 champion, going to defend their championship against Casey War, the #1 contender. And there's been a lot of bad blood boiling, I should say, even in the most recent month with those two.
Of course, Nick Wild being the trigger finger of the Dead Hand Society. We'll have Dead Hand Society here, but again, talked about this before, they've been on a mission to decimate one another. Deathwatch in the Department of Jocks. We've seen them exchange on social media as well.
Brohemoth. Oh! The Gigabyte Grizzly immediately coming in with a fire, and so does Johnny Demise. It was Dev Swayze who not only has cost Brohemoth and JFD matches, but I mean taking out the knee at one point of JFD with a steel chair. Ooh.
Yeah, these four just do not like one another. I mean, we talked about the tag team rankings and what a win can do here. But these two teams, to be honest with you, it doesn't matter if anything's on the line. It doesn't even matter if the bell rings. They're out to fight one another and to end each other's run here at 880 Wrestling.
Oh, I think there's a blind tag in there by Irv.
Big roundhouse there.
Takes down Brohemoth, but now Avalanche Adams in.
Well, we knew that this would break down, but I didn't know that we knew that would happen so quickly. DOJ and Deathwatch fighting on the outside. And Avalanche Adams there with a shotgun drop kick to Irv.
And Deathwatch and DOJ, that brawl already leaving ringside.
Yeah, where are they? I guess they're going to be out to the streets here on East Carson, and this is just the buy-in.
Oh! Big elbow there by Avalanche Adams. That elbow, it's quite the vicious maneuver we've seen from Adams on our main cards on Thursday Night Fights, but also over on 880 Happy Hour.
Yeah, there was a killer match that you had. We're ring announcing this week for Happy Hour on Thursday Night Fights between Chug and also Avalanche Adams, 1-on-1 here. But I guess it appears that there are only 2 teams left in this, and that cuts down the fray by 50%. So,
ooh, big super kick there by Luca. Follows it with a drop kick.
Step up drop kick, knocks down the They Hulk, and the Fireman looks like, yep, it's rolling. Cover here. Just a 2 count.
El Luca in fuego, so to speak. Oh, wait, Big Jim Fridge.
Wait a second here. We thought they were fighting down to East Carson, but Department of Jocks returns now.
And no sign of Deathwatch. I don't know what.
Did they disband? Oh, speaking of.
Double team offense here on El Luca.
Double choke slam from DOJ.
Ooh. Avalanche trying to fight back 2-on-1 here. The fight and the fighting spirit, I should say, in AA is now Broheem is back in the ring.
Ripcord, duck under, low.
Oh, come on! 4-way matchup meaning no disqualification, but there's that big spear from JFD.
Oh, big pump kick by Dev Swayze now. There's bodies all over the place, but the Gigabyte Grizzly is still hungry.
Out onto the floor.
A veteran of the professional wrestling business is Brohemoth. Brohemoth has been fighting for gold here at 880 Wrestling since he's been here, but right now he's got to take out the trash, and I guess back outside goes at least a couple of, I think, there's, wait a second here, JFD and Big Jim Fridge back into the ring here, DDT.
Combination by the Creeps, could this get them the victory?
Everyone else is out of here. Creeps victorious.
Here are your winners. It's C.R.E.E.P.S.
And look, the fight's still going down on Freiburg Street.
Now, we talked about it before. C.R.E.E.P.S unsuccessful the last time they challenged the Matriarchy for the Tag Team Championships, but with a big win on our buy-in here. And at 8 o'clock, just shortly, Reese Hayes presents 880 Wrestling. Join us right here from Eamon, from Toddy. Until then, get roached.
Fans, we